The phone that rang after death. This is Strange Occurrences, where the dead never stay silent. In 2012, in Morogoro, Tanzania, a man named Denzel drove long distances almost every night. He transported goods and sometimes passengers through winding hills, thick forests, and isolated roads. Each night, he called his wife, Mary, to let her know he was safe. Those calls were their lifeline. His voice calmed her fears and reminded her he was still alive, still thinking of her. Mary often remembered his laughter, his gentle teasing over the phone, and his promises to be home soon. She would smile, imagining him driving carefully, headlights cutting through the night. The nights were long, and the roads were dangerous. Rain, fog, and slippery hills made each journey risky. But Denzel was cautious and alert, never imagining that one night would change everything. One stormy night, rain pounded the windshield like bullets. Thunder shook the air, the headlights barely cut through the darkness. Water ran like rivers across the road. Then came a sharp bend. The tires slipped. He slammed on the brakes, but the truck skidded violently, veering off the edge. Trees crashed against the metal. Glass shattered. And then, silence. Denzel did not survive. The next morning, the police called Mary. Her world shattered. She screamed his name. Memories of his laughter, his words, his promises, rushed back, but there was only silence. Then, at exactly 2:17 a.m., the time of the accident, her phone rang. The screen displayed Denzel's number. Her hands shook as she answered. At first, there was only silence. Then slow, heavy breathing, faint thunder in the background, and finally a whisper. "Don't wait for me at the gate. I'm already home." Mary froze. Denzel's SIM card had been destroyed. His phone had melted, yet the call log was real. Years passed, but every year, at the same date and time, the phone rang again. The same number, the same silence, faint distant rain. Mary documented each occurrence. Faint taps on the wall, shadows flickering, the soft hum of electricity. Each ring reminded her that Denzel was reaching out, moving through a space she could not see. Neighbors whispered about her story. Some dismissed it. Others believed that Denzel's spirit could not rest, bound by love or unfinished business. Mary had no explanations, only the certainty that the dead sometimes speak through the devices we leave behind. Over the years, Mary learned to anticipate the calls. The night before, she would feel a chill, hear the distant rush of wind, smell the rain before it fell. And when the call came, always at 2:17 a.m., the same voice whispered. "Don't wait for me at the gate. I'm already home." She began recording everything: ambient sounds, static, echoes of rain. Each year, the recordings grew. Each year, the story became harder to dismiss. People asked Mary why she kept answering. She would say, "Because I need to hear him. Because some part of me believes he is still with me." Even now, she listens for the signs: soft taps, faint static, quiet whispers. The phone is a bridge, a connection that should not exist, yet it does. They say the dead never truly leave. They travel through the static, through the lines we think are dead, waiting for someone brave enough to answer. The next time your phone rings in the dead of night, look closely at the number. Consider carefully before picking it up, because sometimes, the dead are calling, and sometimes, answering changes everything. Subscribe and comment. Before the next ring, don't forget to subscribe to Strange Occurrences for more chilling stories and leave a comment.